Today we're looking at the Ogres, based on the 1999 Tennessee Titans. They feature a pro-style offense and an average 4-3 defense. That's their deck strength, but their defense is made more effective through the use of the Freak, their special rule on defense. They also have a special rule called Tote the Rock, which allows them to run the ball more and gain significant advantage through committing to the run. And they have the Music City Miracle, which is a Hail Mary kickoff return. The Ogres offense features three formations. Ace to tight end is their run heavy, weak is their balanced formation, and shotgun is their pass heavy. On defense, the Ogres feature a 4-3 run heavy defense, nickel is their balanced formation, and dime is their pass heavy. Let's now look at their special abilities. Tote the Rock allows them to resolve 5 run cards to earn 1 rock, which powers up 2 special abilities that the quarterback can do. Tote the Rock is a 5-space track that you will walk your token down from 1 to 5, and once it reaches 5, it is a collected rock which can actually be spent on one of 3 different mechanisms. Let's look at how you earn a rock. Let's pick up the action in the first quarter. It is 1st and 4 for the Ogres. They have the ball at their own 30, and they've come out with a weak play versus a 4-3. The play is a power run versus a zone. So this is 3 against 2. Right now it's a gain of 1, no breakaway. We'll flip the game day card, and sure enough it is a QB sack, has no impact on a run, so they will gain 1. What happens now is, having run the ball once, they get to place their token on the track at the 1 spot because they can advance their rock on the track 1 space every time they run the ball. It is 2nd down now for the Ogres, 2nd and 3 from their own 35, and they've come out again in weak. This time they're going lead, which is an inside run, and they are coming up against a goal line. This is going to be a breakaway for the defense. They've called the perfect play. So that is going to be tough for the Ogres. And here it is an offensive pass. The middle has no effect, but they're going to take the corner value of a -2. This ends up being a pretty significant loss. It's now 3rd down, but notice that we get to move our token 1 space forward on the track because we ran the football. It doesn't have to earn yardage for the Ogres. As long as they commit to the run and call a run play, they will advance their rock on the track. We'll pick up the action now. 6-3 in the second quarter. The Ogres are winning, and as you can see, they have the ball at the 40-yard line, 1st and 4, and they are coming out in an ace twin tight end, which is a stretch play versus a 4-3 blitz. This is going to be a 3-on-2, which is a gain of 1. And you'll notice that they have 1 rock that needs to be collected. So with this run play, they will collect their rock. And the run is a -1. So actually this gain will not happen. It's going to stay right there and become 2nd down. But because it was a running play, that moves to the 5 spot. Now that rock is collected and they are ready to use it on the next down. We'll pick up the action now in the 3rd quarter. The Fire are winning 10-9, and the Ogres have the ball in their own 15. 3rd down and 1 from the 15. They've come out in a shotgun versus nickel, and they have 2 of their collected rocks, and they're on their way to a 3rd one. They're coming out with a halfback screen versus tight run. So this is 6-on-2 will be a gain of 4, but it is low accuracy. So they've got 2 different options. They could either go QB breaks loose, which at this point would allow them to ignore the matchup, simply play a rock onto the QB breaks loose, and draw 3 game day cards and choose the upper right corner that was highest as the run. This is where the quarterback decides not to throw the ball, but instead to just tuck it and run, and they're going to go ahead and give that a shot. So at this point, we are ignoring the pass. He's going to spend 1 rock onto the QB breaks loose, and that is going to stay there for the remainder of the drive, and then it will go away out of the game completely. This way you can only do each of these once per drive. But this allows us to go ahead and pull 3 game day cards, 1, 2, 3, and we are ignoring this matchup. It is actually McNair tucking the ball and running, and let's see, there's a 1, a 2, and a 0, so he will absolutely take the 2. That is enough to get the 1st down, so McNair will gain 2, guaranteeing the 1st down and extending the drive. We'll pick up the action later in that same drive. It's still 10-9. It is now 3rd down and 2 from the 40. And as you can see, the Ogres have spent one on QB breaks loose, and they are one away from getting another rock. This time they're coming out in a shotgun versus dime. That shotgun play is a medium pass, and the dime coverage is a zone. 7 on 5 will be a gain of 2, which will be enough to get the first down, but it is low accuracy, so the Ogres need that green text. Out comes the game day card, and it is a defensive pass deflected. Play equals 0. That will be an incomplete pass. But it is an opportunity for them to go ahead and use the other special ability, which is Air McNair. Air McNair, again, cannot be used on a breakaway, pass plays only, but it allows the quarterback to avoid rushers and extend the play. In this case, they're going to ignore the game day card that was drawn and then redraw a number of cards equal to the current quarter, which in this case is 3. So they're going to spend this rock, which allows them to then pull 3 game day cards. 1, 2, 3, because that matches the quarter, and choose the one they want. And I think they're going to use this pass interference. So McNair extends the play, gets the pass interference call, which gives them a full 7 down to the 25 and a big play to extend this drive. One thing to note is that these mechanisms can only be used once per drive. They can be used multiple times per game, but they can only be used once per drive. Once this drive is over, you would simply remove these rocks from the card, allowing them to be used again in subsequent drives. Let's fast forward in the action to the fourth quarter. It's 16-10 Ogres, but the Fire are driving. They have the ball at the 30-yard line. It's 3rd down and 2 from their own 30, and they've come out with a shotgun versus nickel. Let's take a look. They've got a shotgun bubble screen versus a nickel zone. This is a defensive breakaway. So in this instance, they're going to flip the game day card and see that this is a defense pass. It's a red game day card. There's a -1 in the upper corner, so they're going to resolve the defensive breakaway. And this actually gives them the chance to use the freak. The freak can force a loose ball opportunity on a defense breakaway. So the fact that they've moved back 1, if they want to go ahead and spend this rock, they can move it down here to the freak, and that will activate this opportunity to get a loose ball. So basically by spending the rock, that ball is now out and loose. The freak has knocked it out of the quarterback's hands, and it is rolling around in the backfield. We're going to flip this game day card to see who recovers it. Green text is the offense, red text is the defense, and that is red text. That means the defense falls on it. So Curse forced the fumble, falls on it himself, and the Ogres have preserved that lead. 16-10, they now have the ball at their own 35. So let's go back in time and say that 3rd down and 2 from the 30 was happening, and the Ogres have come out, the bubble screen for the Fire, and the Ogres have come out with a press. So in this situation, 6 on 3 would be a gain of 3, but again, this is an opportunity to use the freak to add 2 to their pass defense on this down. So instead, they're going to go ahead and spend the rock right here to add 2 to their pass defense. That makes it 6 on 3 becomes 6 against 5. And that means that we're looking for, and this is a green text card, has no impact because this is not a low accuracy pass. So it has no impact on the pass. 6 on 5 is a gain of 1, and that comes up 1 yard short. It is now 4th down. In this way, Javon Curse, the freak, has the ability to impact both defensive breakaways by knocking the ball out, to create opportunities to get turnovers, or to increase the value of the pass defense. We'll pick up the action now in the fourth quarter. The Ogres are losing by 1 point, 17-16, late in the fourth quarter, and they are running out of options. Only 2 minutes left in the game, and they're going to be receiving the kick from the Fire. This is the perfect opportunity to use Music City Miracle. It can only be used in the fourth quarter and only once per game. What the Ogres do is commit all of their timeouts to the attempt and try a Hail Mary kickoff return. The steps are right here on the card, so we'll follow those in order. The first thing we do is we actually cycle the game day deck. We shuffle it completely. That way all 54 cards are in play. The next thing we do is we place the ball at the Ogres' 25-yard line. This is where they're going to receive the kick. Step 2, we attempt the lateral. So the Ogres have received the kick here, and what they're going to do is, having received it on this side of the field, they're now going to try to throw it up to this side of the field. The way they do that is we pull one card. If it is a green card, it is a breakaway return. If it is red, it is not. And it is a green card, so the lateral is on. Wycheck has thrown it back over to Kevin Dyson right here, and the return is on. So now that the return is on, we move to step 3, which is to advance the ball with each draw. So we're actually going to pull a game day card, and we're going to flip it and look only at the top corner, which is a 2. And so we're going to advance the ball 2. Now we're going to do it again, and this one is a 0. So because it is a 0, we're going to spend a timeout, which allows us to pull another card and continue the return. That is a 2. 1, 2. We'll pull another game day card, and that is a 3. He's got something. He's got something. Let's keep going. And that is a -1, which is not a 0. So we're going to continue to draw. And that is a 3. Oh, he's got something here. 1, 2, 3. They're down to the 30-yard line. Can they actually make this work? That's one more. He's down to the 25. And that is another 0. So in this case, we'll burn another timeout. By the way, that is not optional. Once you commit to the Music City Miracle, you have to spend your timeouts in order to replace those draws. You cannot choose to stop. You have to spend them. So we spent the timeout and got another 2. We draw another card, and that is 1. He's close to the end zone. This might actually work. Oh, and a 0, so he would be tackled right there, but we do have one more timeout. We're down to none. Let's see if they can get in the end zone. There's one more. Can he get there? He only needs one more to get in the end zone. Oh, he gets it. He gets it. He's in the end zone for the touchdown. The Music City Miracle has worked, and that will score the touchdown to make it 22-17, pending the extra point. The Music City Miracle ends on the last 0, or if you pull the fumble card, that is a turnover on the return. Amazing return there. They were able to execute it perfectly. The Ogres feature a capable running offense with a dynamic quarterback and a punishing pass defense. Their weaknesses, it does take time to get their mechanisms going. They have tons of low accuracy passes. Their run defense is on the weaker side, but they are a very fun team to play. If you can kind of keep the score low and keep it close in the end, maybe you can eke one out with the Music City Miracle, but definitely commit to the run and make sure that you're getting those rocks so that you can use them throughout the game. And they're most effective in the second half.